marketplaces can kind of evolve their payment structure as these tools kind of evolve too, and the needs of the marketplace. So is there maybe one example you could share with us on that?
I think, so I'll share Eventbrite, for example, right? Eventbrite started before Stripe was a viable solution, at least. I think it didn't even exist at the time, but it was definitely not a viable solution for the company then. And moreover, Eventbrite also started as a third-party referral solution. So it didn't even want to be in payments in the beginning, because it's a really great way to validate the business, to see if there's a there, to say, look, I'm not going to jump all the way into the deep end. Let's just like see if this works, if people want the service. And so at the time, the best third-party referral solution, or at least a common one, was PayPal. And so in order to use Eventbrite, you needed to get a PayPal merchant account and connect it to Eventbrite. And that worked. I think there was also a way to connect an AuthNet account, authorize.net, which is a company that we don't hear as much about anymore, but at the time was really leading the way. And that meant that a customer, a creator, an event creator, needed to manage a separate account. They needed to have their PayPal account. And if there were issues with payouts, they needed to contact PayPal. And if there was some problem with a customer's transaction being declined, Eventbrite had to do the shrug emoji, because I don't know, PayPal's got it. But it was good enough that it helped Eventbrite really grow and succeed and focus on the core value prop to creators, which wasn't payments. Payments was a value prop, but secondary or tertiary. The primary one was the ability to sell ticketing online, which was something that only large creators could do at the time, and people were stitching together things with spreadsheets, I don't know, or accepting cash at the door. And at a certain point, Eventbrite realized that in order to not need to be that shrug emoji, in order to really be able to give answers and build trust for supply and demand, and to start creating, it needed to start creating more control over the transaction. And that's when Eventbrite moved to an embedded payment solution. And also at the time, the solutions weren't as good as they are now. And so even there, over time, as solutions improve, Eventbrite evolves and changes the stack and changes what's under the hood that comprises Eventbrite payment processing. And you've got this this type of pattern you see in a lot of companies, definitely of the same time. Like Etsy, same thing. Airbnb, same thing. That started with a third-party referral and graduated to a more and more evolved and complicated and feature-rich embedded payment solution.